All right. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This week's parasha, Parashat Tetzaveh, and we have a special Shabbat, Shabbat Zachor. I know in the month of Adar, there is a Gemara that says, Mishen Nichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. When the month of Adar comes in, as it enters, we have to increase in happiness. So is the happy day just on Purim, or it's actually the whole month? The answer is we're actually supposed to be happy the whole month, but it also says specifically Marbin Besimcha. We're supposed to increase in that level of happiness. So there is seemingly an obligation for us to do something, or something needs to be done, that on a certain level we're able to improve or increase certain things. And the second item that I would like to show and describe is how to eradicate Amalek, since this week's parasha is about Parashat Zachor, to remember what Amalek did. Let us begin with the first item, where we're going to try to figure out a deeper level how to increase happiness. We know that there are 4 special parshiot. Okay, the first one is Shekalim, which just passed. The second one is Zachor. The third one is Parashat Para. And the fourth one is HaChodesh. All these special parshiot is specifically in the month of Adar. No other month has extra Shabbatot, Shekalim that you read, or other parshiot. Besides the actual parsha, maybe there's going to be like one extra parsha. But this entire month of Adar, you have 4 special parshiot. Each one actually represents one of the letters of Hashem. So this one represents the second Hey. This one represents the Vav of Hashem's name. This parsha represents the first Hey. And this one represents the Yud. Okay? So after we've read all these 4 parshot in the month of Adar, actually now we're able to complete the name of Hashem. But we're not going backwards, but we're going from bottom up. And we're actually increasing in the name of Hashem, which is really a deeper secret as to how we can increase the level of happiness in Hashem. So every single week, actually, the Jewish people that are listening to the portion on Shabbat, like for example, Parashat Shekalim, we had the letter second Hey coming down on us. So we're all infused with special spirituality that connects to this letter Hey. And this week, we all have an opportunity and ability to receive this letter Vav on top of the Hey, but we also have the letter Vav. And then we have Parashat Para the next time around is going to be the first Hey, and then HaChodesh Hazeh. And once the month of Adar is complete, now we're able to have an infusion of a godly soul and extra soul or extra energy of the name of Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei. And this allows us to enter the holy month of Nisan. So to start off the question, how to increase in happiness, the Chachamim already gave us 4 special parshiot. And these 4 parshiot are actually gradually increasing in the energy that is coming down at us. And we have to try to absorb and to feel it. So I want to focus on the Parashat Zachor now. Now, what in the world is happening with the Parsha? It says, remember Amalek, what he did to us in Mitzrayim. When we left Mitzrayim, we left with great miracles, and everybody was in awe, everybody was in shock. The only person, the only nation that had chutzpah to come confront us was Amalek. He has a basis, he has a rooted hatred. But it also says about Amalek that he did not fear God. He was not God-fearing at all. So maybe if we think about what he was not, that's also probably something that Amalek was trying to infuse into us. He was trying to infuse into us a negative energy of lacking fear of God. How can we bring Mashiach to come closer? I think if we bring Mashiach come closer, is the best way is to actually focus on Hashem, to focus on fearing God, to focusing on unity. What did Amalek really want to do? He wanted to break us apart. The story of Purim says that Haman was complaining to Achashverosh that there is a scattered nation. So what do we need to do? We need to bring everybody together. The more people are united, the more we infuse the energy of love, and the more we're able to bring Hashem closer into our lives, and Bezrat Hashem, the Geula can come. This is a key step to bringing in the redemption, which is in about a month from now. But Amalek, it's interesting, the Parshiot as well. Amalek, it says, Kiyad al kes ka. There is a kes, kiseh hakavod, and then ka, yud, and then a hey. So the last two letters of Hashem, Vav Hey, is missing. So Amalek, what did he take? He took the Aleph, and he took the Vav, and he took the Hey. So by him trying to fight with the Jewish nation, he actually split the name of Hashem apart. And our job is always to put Hashem's name together. That's our job. Anything that you do, if there's any place that you go and you always mention Hashem, you say barachot, you do it with happiness, guess what Hashem is going to do? Hashem is only going to shower you with blessing and shefa. That's all Hashem wants to do, as long as you are able to connect in the proper way. It's interesting also, the Parshiot specifically, they also says, you could never have, there is the four Parshiot again, let's go back. So the four Parshiot, it's possible to have an interruption between Shekalim and Zachor. Some years it's also possible to have an interruption between Zachor and Parah. But never in any year can you ever have an interruption between Parashat Parah and Parashat HaChodesh. Never, ever, ever. No matter how the weeks are divided, you can never have the Parashat Parah and Parashat HaChodesh separated. There is no hafsaka, there is no pause. Why? Because if we are relating to the Parshiot as the letters of Hashem, now it's going to start to make sense. Because between the Yud, the Hey, and the Vav, you could split the Hey. Between the Yud and the Hey, you could split into Vav and Hey. However, you can never split between the letters of Yud and Hey. Why? Because this is what we still have. This is what we still have from what Amalek did. He destroyed the name of Hashem. He tried to remove the fear in us, and he tried to remove the Vav and a Hey. But the Yud and a Hey is always together. That can never be separated. And this is what we always need to do. Yud and the Hey sometimes represents Chokhmah and Bina. It represents sometimes our parents. It represents sometimes the elders. These are just different mashalim and examples. But we always have to look at our Rabbeim, at our predecessors, at examples of our rabbis and our mentors, to try to emulate them and to try to do the best that we can do. Always to do the best. Always to try to connect and get everybody together as many times as possible. Haman wanted to continuously separate us, and our job is to bring us together. These two Parshiot, for example, Teruma and Tetzaveh, talks about what? It specifically talks about the building of the Mishkan, putting the Kohen Gadol as a representative. This is our job. Our job is to always clothe people, to give them what they need. They need shelter, they need food. This is our job. Look at someone in the pain, in their need, whatever it is, and to try to help them as much as we can. And Bezrat Hashem, with the unity and with increase in love and camaraderie between everybody, Bezrat Hashem, may the name of Amalek be erased and the name of Hashem only be increased. Zachor Baruch everybody. Have a great day. Did it stop?